Frederick Taylor is credited as the first person to design an office space. This is through his idea of scientific management, which sought to optimize the method for performing tasks in the workplace. Bosses were isolated in private offices, which overlooked workers that were crowded together in an open environment, much like a factory floor. Büro-Landschaft is the German-inspired office landscape that encouraged socializing among workers. It was inspired by socialist Europe in the 1950s that believed in the importance of communication. Management was no longer located in executive suites. The workstations were side by side for clerks and in a circular pinwheel arrangement for designers. The Herman Miller Action Office was designed by Robert Propst and the first step towards cubicles. It was designed to increase productivity, provide more organized surface space, and give privacy to the worker. The cubicle era formed because of the rapid growth of middle managers with nowhere to put them. Building block workstations with modular walls were brought in because they are the cheapest option. In the early 20th century, office furniture was high quality and primarily made of wood. All the forms were similar, large and heavy. Wood desks and chairs that discouraged movement and kept a more formal and strict atmosphere in the main space. At the same time, executive offices had more comfortable furniture and more space to work, to show their hierarchy in the business and the level of control. In modern office design, employees work in smaller spaces, closer to one another. Therefore, they require additional spaces for privacy and concentration. Now an office space is 8 foot by 8 foot, so an employee can move to a private enclave and look over notes, do research, or make a private phone call. Despite the fact that workers have smaller spaces, they have more activities to choose from. There is now space for a coffee bar, a library, a resource center, maybe a cafe, as well as all the little private rooms. Some offices are offering gyms and daycare centers to provide more services. These amenities also give the company an advantage over competitors. For today's office design, setting the mood and image is what really drives the force of the design. By creating a corporate brand and implementing that into the design, it creates a more exciting environment that workers will want to be in. This allows employees to take pride in their business and help distinguish one office from another. Openness is emphasized throughout this R&D's facilities, room without walls concept, to encourage and enable free exchange of ideas. Instead of permanent spaces made of drywall, staff members can secure temporary team centers using flexible components. This creates a fluidity of spontaneous team meetings. Cinnovate's highly energized atmosphere includes vibrantly colored workstations to enable a constant flow of communication and stimulate collaboration while maintaining a sense of privacy. The flexible atmosphere in today's offices keep the workers happy and healthy and keep the office productive. To help achieve this flexibility, wheels have been added to furniture to encourage the freedom to change the setup or to work in a more casual manner. Workers in the office are also a growing concern because the wrong environment can cause health issues. And in response to this issue, chairs, tables, and even mouse pads have been redesigned to better support the human structure. Looking through the past, we can see changing trends in almost every aspect of life. This includes work trends in offices and people management within those offices. These work trends are continuously changing even today. More recently, workspaces have been focused on collaboration and flexibility, as well as keeping up with the pace of technology on the path to economic globalization. This changed when Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of need theory was published in 1954. This theory stated the 5 pillars needed in the workspace to provide a healthy environment. These included psychological needs, the need for safety and security, the need for love and belonging, the need for esteem, and the need to actualize the self, in that order. The simple open floor plan has its positives and negatives. The benefits are that it costs less per capita, flexibility is increased, and seating can be added as the company grows. The negatives include high level of noise, stress, conflict, and a high staff turnover. With open floor plans, regulations must be made to ensure that employees are getting their tasks done, but without being restricted to a private office. A more recent work trend includes satellite offices, which are offices that allow telecommuters to have a location closer to home, given by the company they work with, to reduce commutes a few days a week. This allows the employees to work closer to their target market and to be able to get feedback while still remaining mostly independent from their bosses. Another work trend is hoteling. In hoteling, a company is set up in a prestigious neighborhood with fully furnished offices that can be rented for a low price for however long a business needs. This is perfect for businesses that are just starting out. Hoteling provides a business an address, a work area, all necessary technology, and a working secretary, and it's set up so you can pay as you go. With new work trends such as this, employees can come together at an office or work from home and then collaborate to ensure that the diversity of needs is being supported. When the baby boomer generation occupied the workspace, it typically centered on individual spaces and not much collaboration. This meant that each person had their own space, perhaps a cubicle, to finish their specific tasks. The new generation, or Generation Y, embraces autonomy, or the right to self-govern. They prefer to multitask and work in non-traditional settings while using the latest technology to aid them. The demand for flexibility is increasing within the work field every day. People no longer want to be tied down to their office chairs. People are now expecting to be grouped together to target several different tasks throughout each workday and expect the ability to be able to work from home while collaborating over social media to bring their ideas together. According to Generation Y, this is exactly what the workspace needs to improve the productivity. Workspaces must change to fit the users who occupy it. If we are all going to have extended working lives in the 21st century, the place in which we work will need to flex and adapt to make us want to keep on working. The workspace will continuously be changing to adapt to future generations. With all new work trends and technology always developing, generations to come will expect more and more flexibility from their workspaces as well as different methods of working together to reach new goals. An adaptable workspace will ensure that new employees as well as older employees can work harmoniously. Corporate culture means to create a workplace environment that gives a positive direction for your organization and its people. A strong workplace culture makes it easier for an organization to stay focused, define its goals, and deliver those goals. According to Gensler's Workplace Survey, top-performing companies with higher profits, better employee engagement, stronger market, and brand position have a significantly higher performing work environments. 90% of workers agree that workplace design affects productivity. To create these work environments, there are 4 work modes. Focused work involves concentration and attention to a particular task, which takes 48% of their time. Workers also collaborate with others, which averages out to 32%. Learn and socialize requires 6% of the workers' time, which is used to acquire new knowledge of the subject or creating common bonds and values. It is important to provide workspaces that are positive and creative, a place where they can feel as if they are making a difference in the lives of the community they serve. Companies are realizing that many employees need time to clear their minds and take breaks from their desks. These are examples of how the staff has been provided with a place to get away. These casual and relaxed environments can help prevent employees from becoming too overwhelmed or stressed. Employers are making their work environments more comfortable and innovative to make their employees happy. The most successful corporate cultures are making their space more visually pleasing by using natural light and bringing the outdoors in. Many have installed speakers that play soft music and have provided custom office chairs. These small upgrades are just a few examples of how putting money into the workspace adds to the success of a positive corporate culture. SAS is a privately owned company leading in business analytics software in North Carolina. They have been ranked the number 3rd best company to work for by Fortune. The average turnover for most industries is between 17 and 30%. SAS holds around a 3.7%, which means they are obviously doing something right. CEO Dr. Rob Goodnight believes the corporate culture should be based on trust between the employees and the company. Since its founding in 1976, the company has been run under one concept: satisfied employees lead to satisfied customers. The company has been recognized for their culture, which encourages creativity and innovation while helping employees balance work and life. The company is set up like a college campus, containing on-site perks, for example, healthcare, a cafeteria, gym, childcare, spa, life-size chessboard, etc. When the company opened in 1976, the only perk employees received was a bag of M&Ms handed out every Friday. This creates a positive cycle. A good atmosphere contributes to good results. Good results make work more enjoyable, which in turn creates a good atmosphere and overall satisfaction. UK's campus is already full of a lot of these amenities. Why not make them more readily available to the employees of the university? The future of the university's success and the future of student success rely highly on the value of education they are receiving, so it is crucial that we too create a positive cycle. One of the most successful corporate companies that should come to mind is Google. Physical fitness and healthy meals are offered to their employees. We strive to be innovative and unique in all services we provide. We realize and celebrate that our employees have diverse needs and that this requires flexible support. Our priority is to offer a customizable program that can be tailored to the specific needs of each individual. According to Google, appreciation is the best motivation. So how does the University of Kentucky nurture their employees to create a work environment that is motivating? Although some ideal benefits may not fit the university's budget, there are some creative perks that could enhance life on campus for employees. The future of the workplace is an organic and flexible design capable of growth without waste of material, time, or space through a harmonious balance between man and nature. Many universities and community colleges are looking to more flexible buildings that can meet their expansion needs, like the development of economical, modular buildings that are easy to assemble, deconstruct, and relocate. As designers, we have the power to build healthy, sustainable universities that will benefit students and nature for many generations. These modular buildings provide safe, healthy, eco-friendly, low-maintenance environments, low or zero VOC interior spaces, and are designed with energy-efficient systems resulting in zero waste. Do open plans work? Yes. If the business works as a collaborative team in an integrated way to determine solutions to problems, they can support cultural change without sacrificing individual worker satisfaction. The spaces can be adapted for different uses. Spaces that require privacy can be achieved by transparent walls to feel open but maintain audible privacy. Instead of the traditional model in which all employees have their own fixed workplace, it is a more efficient approach with shifting desk configurations. Employees can then choose their workspace depending on demand. Individuals will always desire natural light. That will never change, and the desire to have more natural light will increase as we move into the future. Dark spaces can become flooded with light, coming from the rooftop through transparent surfaces and the atrium areas. This is a concept that not only is good psychologically, but it will also eliminate the need for so much artificial lighting. With emphasis on sustainable buildings, it is important to create a living building that breathes and grows nature. It is literally translated by bringing in plants and water features. It can also be figuratively translated by building systems such as gray water systems, solar lighting, and the concept of a green roof. Most individuals desire to get away during lunchtime or to have an informal meeting. This can be provided by a secluded outdoor space complete with plants, a variety of seating, and a degree of privacy. It is also the perfect greeting place for new clients. The outdoor space will also provide a great place to meet without consuming unnecessary energy. Busting down the boring, mundane, stereotype office system requires breaking apart the pieces of the cubicle and assessing what is good: economic flexibility, mess control, and a functional surface at the fingertips. Then removing what is bad: the box-shaped, uninspirational colors, and the feeling of being packed in like sardines. With colors and ease of adaptability for different uses, the cubicle can become great. Minuscule pinboards and rolling whiteboards become obsolete. They are an unnecessary expense and take up too much space. The walls are a much larger and more economical space to utilize for creating and teaching. To take this a step forward into the future, the work done on the board can be digitally recorded and can be printed or shared digitally. Eventually, technology and human nature will be so intertwined that the user will become the controller, eliminating the use of keyboards, buttons, and mice. Utilizing all the surfaces in a workplace will allow for less space waste by using technology to create multi-purpose multimedia surface like using your office window as your touchscreen.